The forecast lately off the coast of Florida and along the east coast, even that is not highlighted anymore for any kind of development. It only had a low 10% chance anyway. So now we're looking very quiet in the tropics. We do have classic summer weather here. We are expecting a little bit of hotter weather for the weekend and then some higher rain chances for next week. So we do have some changes coming, but in general, we're well into June now by a few days, and we definitely are feeling that very familiar sort of feel. 89 right now. Our high was 91 at the airport. Feels like, though, 97 because the dew point has risen. It's 73 at the Kenner Airport all around the area pretty much today. Dew points back in that 70+ degree range, and that's your muggy kind of feel. Our current temperatures upper 80s. Feels like temperatures, most of us in the 90s still at this point. And here's live radar. There have been just a few small showers. Here are a couple around St. Tammany Parish, right around Sun. A little flare up of some rain right over Covington. We had a bit in New Orleans earlier today, a very little bit, and also a couple of small showers just outside of our area. And kind of interesting to look at satellite because we have all of this motion over here with these showers to the east of us, and we have this motion with these storms off to the west. But here we are right in the middle, just getting these low end chances of rain. This is an elongated area of low pressure. This was the general spot where we were seeing that chance for tropical development, although it's a bit more inland now, so that's why it's not expected to develop. It needs to be over water for that. Also, a strong frontal system has been out to the northwest of us, stuck to the northwest over the past few days, so some rain out there. But where we are, all we're really expecting is to kind of hover in this same spot and get maybe a few of these showers cropping up and forming in the afternoons when we get our daytime heating going, helping to fuel those showers, maybe a storm or two. But it does look like that will be the case over the next several days. So a pretty steady pattern coming. That was Thursday. This is Friday, 4 p.m. Not a whole lot of rain out there, but you do certainly have a chance at least to get a cooling shower, especially afternoon or early evening. Hour by hour this evening, we're dropping through the 70s, getting into the lower 70s north of the lake, around 71 north and 76 south, although we will be in the 80s for the next few hours. And then tomorrow, partly cloudy, couple showers here and there, high temperatures around 91. Jumping ahead to the weekend, we're tacking on at least a couple of degrees to our high temperatures. Looks like 93s, maybe even 94s here or there. And the big thing, of course, is the mugginess is high, and it's really not going to change unless we get a cool front or some other system that's going to somehow bring our humidity down, and we don't have that really in the forecast. So the feels like temperature this weekend in the triple digits, maybe up to 105 plus at times. So just be ready for that really hot kind of feel for weekend activities. I did want to point out that our model right now, this is the European model I'm showing you, has us dry during the day Sunday, mostly dry, maybe a few showers. But look at night, Sunday night, we might start to see some rain moving in, and then that will set the stage for a few days with some higher rain chances. I think it'll still be that same summer kind of feel, but just an increased chance to get some of those showers and maybe a couple of strong storms we'll see as this front gets close, and also some low pressure just hovers over us. This is Tuesday, pretty decent amount of scattered rain across the Gulf Coast. This is Wednesday, so you can see we will have that higher chance for those scattered showers and storms next week. Tropical outlook, no development expected for the next 7 days. We've just been talking about the Saharan dust, and a lot of people like this graphic, I've heard, because it's kind of comforting. You just see the big plumes of dust coming, and we know that where that is located, we're not going to see a high chance of any sort of tropical activity get going with such dry, dusty air. So we do have a couple more big plumes of that dust heading across the Atlantic basin, and it looks like we'll be getting that sweeping into the Caribbean and the Gulf and along the Gulf Coast for this weekend, and then a few different rounds of that coming up in the next week plus. So 7-day forecast, lower 90s for the weekend, feeling again like triple digits, and you can see those 50-60% chances of rain starting Monday.
Casey